Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Daredevil Born Again, Season 1, Episode 5, titled With Interest. A day in the life of Matt Murdock gets intense, forcing him to team up with a familiar face. Now, I do have some corrections I need to make about what I was saying at the end of the last episode. John Bernthal was not in the original plans for the show. Well, they did want the Punisher and they wanted John Bernthal. However, he did not feel that the story was right for his character. So he dropped out of the original plans. Then when they got the new showrunners in, changed it all up, they asked him what he thinks would be good for Frank at this point of the character, and that's what brought him into the show. So, most of what we see of Frank is John Bernthal's decision on what the character is meant to be, which is also why he's, in part, in control of the Punisher special feature that we're going to be getting. But yeah, so I needed to correct that. I was partially correct, but mostly wrong. But also, you may notice that this episode is going up a day late. Gotta be completely honest, I completely forgot about it. Like, I finished my stream yesterday, I was just doing my own thing, went to bed 2:30 in the afternoon. I was lying there, I'm like, fuck, I didn't do my recording. There's not enough time to do it now. Also, I'd already done all my get ready for bed stuff, so I wasn't gonna redo that. But yeah, so this episode's going up a day late. Anyway, let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. I completely forgot the aspect of the trailer that is going to be in this episode. Completely forgot that was there. Interesting. So we're getting more of the heads in this episode. Probably the fallout of what Buck said to Fisk at the last episode. Apparently I still have my mouse on the screen. So, I don't know what to expect from Matt's side of this episode. Something happens to make his day intense and make him team up with someone, but who and what is going to be interesting. I assume that the team up is going to be Frank, but I didn't see John Bernthal on the start, so possibly not. Who else would he team up with, though? Radio then. Who doesn't go out drinking on St. Patrick's Day? I almost said on Irish Day. Hello, Yusuf. So this is the team. I didn't know he was going to be in this episode. Interesting. Why is Kamala on the West Coast? Yeah. She's going after Cassie, isn't she? I just, I still had the why is she on the West Coast and Scotland. That's in San Francisco, isn't it? Really, you robbed the bank to pay back the restitutions that um Thingo's put on you. Hmm. They're not going for kill shots. Interesting. Is it because kill shots would cause people to come quicker? I really have to call him Stevie Wonder. Hmm. I'm a lawyer. Hmm. Is Yusuf going to claim to be him, or is he going to speak up about him not being there? They just happened to pick the right staff member. Devlin looks very familiar this episode, more than he has in the others. He almost he almost looks like Joe Richter. I know it's not, because there's no way a member of Star Kid is in this, but Now, are you going to be able to do a accent to hide the fact you're Irish? We're taking the hostages with us. Why did they focus on the white streak in her hair? Hmm. Well, no. When you lay it out like that, he really does have a lot going against him in the eyes of anyone who doesn't know his secret. Well, they did as you asked. Suppose that worked. So that's how he gets around all of them. And whack. And out comes the devil. Hmm. Oh, well, that one was a lot easier. You just asked for. What devil said. Actually, I can. piggy bank. Huh. Is that actually what the inside of one of those looks like? A really good one. Huh. All I know about St. Patrick's Day is it's a lie. Or at least the story that most people know about it is a lie. Because the whole thing is it's the day that St. Patrick's drove the snakes, which is what they called the Druids, out of Ireland. Except it wasn't St. Patrick, it happened centuries later. St. Patrick was more about integrating religions, which is where the Celtic cross comes from. Is he drew a cross in the middle of a Druid circle with their permission. That is St. Patrick's legacy, not driving the snakes from England, from Ireland. Here's a joke. No one on the it wasn't that bad. Hmm. So I missed it. Was that their key or? Because if they were robbing it, then you were you were at Hector's trial. You were the one they kept cutting back to. I've just realised. Distracted him long enough. Is the team up that he's working with the police, or was it still Yusuf? Of course, you've got a police uniform on. Where did you even get the police uniform? Really? She even told you it was a diamond. I didn't see that coming. She was oddly calm, though, now that I look back on it. Oh. A wee bit out of practice there, Matt. Hmm. Oh. Even the jigsaw treatment. Ow. It's not in there, is it? The devil has returned, though whether officially or not is yet to be seen. Are you gonna use that as collateral for the? Okay, no. Interesting. So Matt's got another in with another young hero. Is he going to be like the mentor of? Hmm. So they're really setting up a link between Daredevil and the Young Avengers, because we know he's worked with Spider Man. He may not remember Peter Parker, but he remembers Spider Man. He's now on good terms with Yusuf Khan, whose daughter, obviously, Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel has ties to Kate Bishop, and by the sounds of it, she's going after Cassie Lang now. He was there when Bruce introduced Scar to Jen and that, who I'm assuming he's going to take the role of Hulkling, because they really have messed with the Kree Skrull War too much to do Teddy's story yet. So there's that. All that really leaves is Wiccan and Speed, but yeah, they seems like they're giving Matt the Vision role from the Young Avengers. Personally, I think they're going to change it from Young Avengers to Champions because of the characters they have. Like, they're not doing Young Avengers, they're just all kid heroes are now the champions. Just sort of streamline those two things, but yeah. I do wonder though, does that mean we're going to get a scene where Kamala's in it? Or is this all we're actually going to see of Yusuf? Because the only thing, excuse me, the only thing we've seen of him in the trailer was that shot of him and Matt looking into the bank vault. Um, I forgot the whole masked robbers from the trailer. Completely forgot about that. So we've now seen a lot more. All that's really left from the trailer is the bit that I spoke about in the last episode, and Matt confronting Muse. That's all I can think of with what's left. And by the looks of it, considering this was a 2 episode release, the next one's going to have all the Muse stuff in it. So, yeah. Looking at the synopsis better, it is purely that he was with Yusuf. But, yeah. Interesting. I do have to wonder. So, bring up the one again cast for this episode. What is it? With interest, you had um Rodriguez, and you had um Angie Kim. Rodriguez, we've seen before. he was he was definitely one of the ones they focused on during the trial of Hector. So I'm assuming he's going to be part of the like Punisher tattoo group because that seemed like those were the ones that they were focusing on. Um, and Angie Kim was the detective. She looks familiar, but she played a character named May in an episode of Jessica Jones, but other than that, I don't know. But Angie Kim. No, doesn't seem like she has a comic counterpart. Hmm. They just they focused on her a lot, and even if she, oh, no wonder she looks so familiar. She was the one speaking to Cherry in the first episode, like right at the start in Josie's. No wonder she looked familiar. I didn't catch her name back then if they said it, so hey, that explains it. That's why they showed so much focus on her. I still don't know what the why they focused on the white in her hair, whether that was just to just as like an establishing shot to show her and the bank in the same scene. But I swear the second time it showed it, she had more. Um, Possibly there was when it was first shown. This talking about the joke. Um, don't know. I thought she was gonna be an actual character. Like they brought in one of the like actual cops from the comics. Um, about Captain Rodriguez. Captain Rodriguez Marvel. Hmm. There's a lot of people with the name Rodriguez. Hmm. Could it be? Have they given us his first name? It says SWAT Captain Rodriguez. Apparently, he's only credited for one episode so far, so maybe he wasn't at the trial. I could have sworn he was the one they kept focusing on, but guess not. Um, I highly doubt it's Armadillo, but that is sort of street level. And Spider Man. Spider Man Daredevil do have a lot of crossover in their Rogues Gallery, so could be. Could be setting up a future villain. Don't know. Anyway, this was very interesting as a bottle episode. Is it still technically a bottle episode if they've got the SWAT team outside of the building? But yeah, We got to see Yusuf again. This definitely felt different to any of the episodes we've had before. I'm fairly certain that this is entirely a redone episode. Like, it feels different. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe because there was no like B story, there was just the bank. Maybe that's why it feels so disconnected from everything. Because other than getting Devlin and that out of the story because he was taken out, what does this episode really do? Like, it gives a link between Matt and Ms. Marvel now through Yusuf, but other than that, it introduced Rodriguez. It brought um, Angie into the spotlight as the detective, though, like, given her actual role in the story other than just Cherry's partner. Speaking of, we haven't seen Cherry since episode 3. Hmm. In fact, did we see Cherry after he got pulled over by what's his face? Hmm. Anyway, I'm gonna end this one here. I'll catch you in the next one.